Over 2,000 years ago, a man wrote something that most people are still not ready to hear. Chanakya, one of the greatest strategists and philosophers who ever lived, and in his legendary work, the Chanakya Niti, he said something that cuts straight to the bone. Arguing with fools, responding to critics, and engaging with toxic people is not a sign of intelligence. It is a sign of weakness. Read that again. Every time you engage with someone who drags you down, every time you explain yourself to people who don't deserve an explanation, every time you react to people who are simply trying to steal your energy, you are losing, not to them, to yourself. Because here is the truth about the world we live in today. Every single day you are surrounded by negativity, drama, noise, people who want to see you distracted, people who want to see you react, people who feed off your frustration. And if you don't know how to ignore strategically, they win. But the person who masters the art of ignoring, that person moves forward while everyone else stays stuck. That person protects their energy. That person builds something real. Today I am going to give you Chanakya's 8 habits that will completely change how you deal with the world around you. Not just ignore, but ignore so powerfully, so deliberately, that people start to respect you more for your silence than they ever did for your words. Stay until the end, because the bonus point at the finish is the one habit that will separate you from almost everyone around you. Let's begin. Habit 1. It all starts in your mind. Before you can ignore the world, you have to master what's happening inside you. Because here is something most people never realize. The battle is never really out there. It's in here. Every failure, every setback, every moment someone tries to bring you down, your first reaction is internal. And if your mind is weak, if your thoughts are scattered and reactive, then the outside world will always have power over you. Chanakya was clear about this. He said the state of your mind is both your greatest weapon and your greatest weakness. Control your mind, and nothing outside can break you. Lose control of your mind, and everything outside becomes a threat. Think about it. The world will never go the way you want it to go. Not everyone will understand you. Not every situation will be fair. If you try to fight every battle, respond to every criticism, correct every wrong opinion someone has about you, you will be exhausted by noon. Chanakya used a simple but powerful image. A rose and its thorns. No matter how much you want a rose without thorns, it doesn't exist. You can't spend your life trying to remove every thorn in the world, but you can learn to navigate around them and still reach the flower. That is wisdom. Your job is not to fix everyone and everything around you. Your job is to protect your energy. Stay focused on what matters and keep moving. The moment you stop reacting to every negative thing thrown at you, something shifts. You get lighter, clearer, and suddenly the path forward becomes obvious. Habit 2. Let time give the answer. Stop explaining yourself to people who aren't ready to understand you. Let me say that again. Stop explaining yourself to people who aren't ready to understand you. People will doubt you. They will say you can't do it. They will say you're not smart enough, not talented enough, not ready enough. And every single time, you have 2 choices. You can stop and argue, or you can keep building. Chanakya was crystal clear on this. He said there is no greater answer than time. Time will vindicate you. Time will show them what you're made of, but only if you stay in the game long enough. Every minute you spend defending yourself to people who don't believe in you is a minute you didn't spend becoming the person they'll eventually have to respect. Your success is your answer. Your results are your reply. The life you build, the goals you achieve, the version of yourself you become. That is your response to every person who ever doubted you. So the next time someone says you can't do something, don't argue. Smile. Go to work. Let your results do the talking. Because in the end, silence plus execution is the most powerful statement you can make. Habit 3. Learn to say no. This one is going to sting for a lot of people. Because here is something nobody wants to admit. Good people get used the most. Nice people get taken advantage of the most. People pleasers suffer the most. Why? Because they never learn to say no. Chanakya wrote about this directly. He said a person who does not establish their own boundaries will always find people ready to exploit those boundaries. Think about the people in your life. The ones who can't say no. They do everything for everyone. They show up for everyone. They sacrifice their own time, their own dreams, their own peace, just to avoid disappointing someone else. And what happens? People take more, and more, and more, until there is nothing left. Chanakya said it bluntly. If you carry everyone on your back, eventually you will collapse under the weight. And the people you were carrying? They'll just find someone else to climb on. Here's the hard truth. You were not born to live for everyone else. You have your own dreams. your own goals, your own life to build. And saying no to the wrong things is how you say yes to the right ones. Saying no is not selfish. Saying no is self-respect. Saying no to toxic people, toxic obligations, and toxic energy is one of the most powerful moves you can make. Chanakya said the wise person listens to their own soul, not to the demands of everyone around them. Start today, draw the line, protect your time, protect your energy, and watch how quickly your life changes. Habit 4. Let go to go higher. Here is one of the most underrated ideas in Chanakya's entire philosophy. To move forward in life, you don't need to learn more things. You need to drop the right things. Think about it this way. When you travel by car or train, you can carry as much as you want. But when you fly, every extra pound costs you. Because to lift off the ground, weight is the enemy. Your life works exactly the same way. If you want to rise, if you want to build something extraordinary, you have to get lighter. And that means letting go. Letting go of old grudges, old fears, old failures, the opinions of people who never believed in you, the memories of everything that went wrong. Chanakya wrote that the person who carries the weight of the past can never truly move forward. Freedom is not found by gaining more. Freedom is found by releasing what no longer serves you. Think about what you're still carrying right now. That argument from 2 years ago that you're still replaying in your head. That failure you keep using as evidence that you're not good enough. Those people's voices still living in your mind rent-free. Drop it. All of it. You cannot fly with that much weight. And the higher you want to go, the lighter you need to be. Let go. And watch how quickly you begin to rise. Habit 5. Stop over-explaining yourself. This habit might be the one that changes everything for you. Because most people are completely unaware they're doing it. Every day, why did I do that? Why did I make that choice? Why did I stop talking to that person? Why wasn't I there? Constantly explaining. Constantly justifying, constantly seeking approval for your own decisions. And here is what Chanakya understood that most people never figure out. Every time you over-explain yourself, you are handing your power away. You are telling the world that their opinion of your choices matters more than the choices themselves. Chanakya said, Maunam sarvartha sadhanam. Silence accomplishes everything. When you stop explaining, when you stop defending, when you simply act and let the results speak, you become magnetic. Because the people who truly understand you don't need an explanation. And the people who don't understand you, no amount of explaining will ever change that. Here is something worth writing down. Over-explaining is a form of begging. You are begging for approval. And once people see that you'll keep explaining, they'll keep judging. They'll keep asking. They'll keep holding your decisions on trial. Stop. Make your choice. Stand behind it. Stay quiet. Let time be your witness. Because silence from a person who knows exactly what they're doing is one of the most powerful things in the world. Habit 6. Protect your focus like your life depends on it. Chanakya said something that every successful person eventually learns the hard way. Sometimes you have to lose the small battle to win the big war. What does that mean? It means when your goal is massive, when your dream is real and worth fighting for. The small distractions that show up every day are not obstacles. They are tests. Tests of your focus. Tests of your commitment. Tests of how badly you actually want what you say you want. Chanakya was clear. A focused mind is an unbeatable mind. Your goal is the fruit, not the tree, not the soil, not the people standing around the tree with opinions about how you water it. The fruit. Stay locked in on the fruit. People will try to distract you. They will gossip. They will criticize. They will create drama. They will make noise. Let them. You have somewhere to be. Every great goal comes with great resistance. The bigger your dream, the louder the noise around it will get. That's not a sign to stop. That's a sign that what you're building actually matters. Stay focused. Stay hungry. Ignore the noise. Execute the plan. Chanakya said it best. Determination, patience, concentration. These 3 things are the only keys to any door worth opening. Habit 7. Stop being so easy to read. This is the one people don't want to hear, but it might be the most important one on this entire list. Chanakya said it plainly. The simplest person in the room gets taken advantage of first. This is not cynical. This is reality. This world will absolutely exploit your kindness if you let it. The person who says yes to everything, who is always available, who is always open and transparent and easy to predict, will always be undervalued. Always. Because the world doesn't respect what it can easily take for granted. Now, this does not mean become cold. It does not mean become ruthless or unkind. Chanakya is not saying that. What he is saying is this. Be kind, but be strategic. Be generous, but know who deserves it. Be open, but protect your inner world. Because the moment people see that you have standards, that you will not bend for everyone, that your presence is not guaranteed, and your time is not unlimited, they start treating you differently. They start respecting you. Your boundaries are not walls. They are the signal that tells the world exactly how you expect to be treated. Set them, hold them, and stop apologizing for them. Habit 8. Stop being so hungry for their words. Pay attention to this one, because this is a trap that almost everyone falls into. Someone walks up to you and says, "Hey, I heard what they said about you." And what do? You lean in. You say, "Tell me more." You spend the next hour going down a rabbit hole of what someone said about you behind your back. And Chanakya would shake his head, because he knew exactly what is happening in that moment. You are handing your power to someone who doesn't deserve to hold it. The moment you show people that you are hungry to hear what others say about you, they will use that hunger against you. They will exaggerate. They will manipulate. They will feed you exactly what gets the biggest reaction, because they know you'll bite every time. Chanakya said the person who gets tangled in other people's words loses their own direction. Here is what you do instead. The next time someone says, "Did you hear what they said about you?" you say, "Honestly, it doesn't matter," and mean it. Because the person talking about you behind your back, they are doing it because you have something they want. Your energy, your attention, your reaction. Don't give it to them. When you stop responding, when you stop showing up for the drama, they run out of power. They move on. And you stay exactly where you need to be. Focused, unbothered, building. Bonus, the one rule that changes everything. The more you talk, the less valuable your words become. Let that land. In a world where everyone is constantly posting, commenting, justifying, explaining, and broadcasting their every thought, the person who speaks less becomes rare. And rare things are always valuable. Think about any brand you respect. A luxury brand doesn't run constant sales. It doesn't beg for your attention. It doesn't explain why it's worth your money. It simply exists, with confidence, with scarcity. And that scarcity creates desire. You are the same. Every time you over-explain yourself, every time you run after people's approval, every time you justify your decisions to people who weren't even asking, you are putting yourself on sale. You are making yourself common. Chanakya said it thousands of years ago. Silence is the highest answer. Because when you stay quiet, when you simply work in the dark and let the results speak, people start to wonder. And that wonder, that mystery, is your power. The next time someone asks why you didn't respond, why you didn't defend yourself, why you stayed silent, just smile and say, "My results will answer that question for me," and then go back to work. Because the most powerful person in any room is rarely the loudest one. They are the one who needed nothing from anyone in that room. That is the goal. That is Chanakya's lesson. Protect your energy. Guard your silence. Focus on your work. Let the world catch up to you.